Flashback.
And obviously, I'm only speaking for myself. The reason I think the Democratic Party and Mr. Biden, President Biden, is losing black votes is they only care about black people every 4 years. They come into our neighborhoods and say, we're going to make stuff better. We're going to do this, do this, do this. And then finally, us black people are like, man, other than my ability to dunk a basketball, all my neighborhoods are still the same. Our schools are still the same. And that's why I think black people are leaving disappointed in the Democratic Party, because I ain't gonna lie, I voted Democratic every time just because I thought it was gonna help black people and poor people. Because black people and poor white people, they're in the same boat. And like, I didn't care who the president was, I'm not gonna lie, but I only voted Republican one time in my life, and that was for John Kasich, and I didn't even know he couldn't win. But then I'm starting to look like, man, I understand why black people are leaving, want to vote for somebody else, because every 4 years, they come into our neighborhoods and, man, we're going to make things better for you.
What's going on, guys? So it seems as though even though this guy is not very intelligent, sometimes someone who's pretty dumb can say something smart, because Charles Barkley is calling out the radical left for having no plan and being sorry as hell, and also calling out the fact that they need to go ahead and just give it up. It didn't work. It's okay, better luck next time. Now, there are so many things wrong with this campaign, and one of them is, even after the fact, they're talking about it was a perfect campaign. Like, a lot of people have said that, and it was nowhere near a perfect campaign. Charlemagne the Simp is one of the people who said that. Joyless Reed on MSDNC, okay? But this guy, Charles Barkley, even doesn't believe that this was a flawless campaign. He believes it was a very flawed campaign because there were so many problems that were not addressed. So I'm going to go ahead and react to this with you guys. Okay, the steam room. All right, so Charles Barkley is talking with this guy about the election. Let's get into it.
I want to say this to the Democrats, which I'm an independent who voted Democratic. Do me this favor. Shut the up. When you win, you get to say what you want to. When you lose, you need to shut the hell up. Oh, President Biden they didn't get him out the race soon enough. Kamala didn't do this.
You know what's funny? They blame Biden for not getting out of the race sooner, but all of the Democrats that were supporting him, the politicians, were saying that Joe Biden's fine. And yes, also a lot of Democrat voters were saying Joe Biden was fine. And I was like, what a rock. It's like they lived under Patrick's rock. You know Patrick from SpongeBob? And how he's slow? Like, that's what it felt like. Because I'm like, did y'all think Joe Biden is okay?
It's because we had no game plan. We still haven't solved the immigration problem, have no viable answers.
They did.
Never.
Guys, it's not that the immigration problem wasn't a problem to solve. It was already solved when Trump was in office. They literally unsolved it. They broke it because they were just trying to be anti-Trump.
The illegal immigrant crisis, it is no longer impacting just states along the border. Every state is now a border state. It has now reached every corner of our country. It is wreaking havoc on our biggest cities and even small towns. And sadly, all of it was preventable. This is all a direct result of Joe Biden's failures, his dereliction of duty, his unwillingness to enforce the law and uphold his oath to our Constitution. And by the way, this is the administration that inherited what was the most secure border in U.S. history. But Joe has worked to undo every single Trump-era policy that worked. And on day one, by the way, it was Biden. He signed the executive orders that revoked Trump's efforts to exclude illegal immigrants from the sentence. He strengthened DACA. He canceled Trump's interior enforcement rule. He halted border wall construction. He ended the Remain in Mexico policy. And he let Title 42 expire, among other things. It's time for Joe now to simply, he did all that with the stroke of a pen. Well, one more stroke of the pen, he can reinstate the Trump policies that secured our border in the first place. This is now a clear matter of national security. Stop saying Congress needs to do this. You're the one that undid it. You're the one that can fix it yourself.
And then they tried to fix it in 2024, literally at the last minute, so they could try to win the election. But we fixed it. It's like, what the hell? Like, why'd you break it in the first place? That's the Democrats 101. Cause problem, fix problem that you caused, and then don't even do that right.
Inflation
bringing all these stupid stars out to rally the vote. What was that? Hey, I love Beyonce. What's bringing her out? That ain't gonna make me vote a certain way. Cardi B, I like Cardi B. That ain't gonna make me vote a certain type of way. You guys lost because y'all stupid. Come up with solutions. I don't think everybody voted for Trump is racist or whatever.
Well, you would defer heavily from the fake news, and a bunch of these folks all over TikTok, and even some of the politicians are saying that.
People can vote. These people out here talking about if you don't vote for Kamala, you ain't black and this and this. Shut the hell up. People can vote for who they want to. I voted for Kamala, but like I say, we didn't win. It ain't nobody's fault. It's all our fault for not having a game plan. We're not having concerts and rallies.
If you know that, this pisses me off. I ain't gonna lie. If you know that they suck, why are you supporting them? This doesn't make sense. Now, I believe I know the reason, guys. Like, Charles Barkley, black dude, he votes Democrat a lot. A lot of black folks voted for Kamala specifically because she said she was black, not because she actually is, but because she made the claim. So they just went on board the let's get either a black or person of color in there, let's get a woman in there, but that's it. But that pisses me off because it's like, you know that this person sucks. You know that the party sucks. You know that you need a do-over in 2028, but you just stand behind the party anyway. What's up with this loyalty? Like, seriously, what the heck is up with the loyalty to the Democrats? Y'all hate white folks that much because they, you know, people see it on the Democrat side as like a white versus black thing, right? Of course they do. That's all they talk about is identity politics. So y'all hate white people that much. You know who I love more than anything besides God is myself and my family. And I'm voting for whoever can get us on track. I don't have no loyalty to no party. I got loyalty to us as a family and as a community.
People want solutions. They want money in their pocket. They want the border secure. You know what I really want to do? I want to walk into a pharmacy and grab some toothpaste, grab some deodorant, and be out in 5 to 7 minutes. I don't want all the shit locked up. And I don't want to hear progressive or whatever. If you out here robbing stores, we need to put an end to that shit. Stop stealing people's stuff. But she should have had a better game plan going forward instead of bringing celebrities around. People want solutions. So, man, I'm just sick of it all. I'm glad it's over. Like I say, we lost. Shut the hell up. Come up with a better game plan going forward, period.
Well, I never thought I'd say this, but Charles Barkley is absolutely right here. The way people have let politics divide them during this election is absurd. And they call Donald Trump and the Republicans the dividers, but what do you see coming from the left? You see name calling. You're not black if you don't vote for Kamala. That's the same thing that Joe Biden said was racist as hell. It's not just racist when Joe Biden says it, it's racist when anybody says it.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
They were saying that if you're a legal or illegal immigrant that's Hispanic, they hope that you get deported. They don't care if you're a legal citizen or not.
Latinos that voted for Trump, I hope he mass deports you and your entire family, whether you were here legally or not. You gotta go. I hope he does that.
They want to call you Nazis, fascists, racist, bigot, transphobe, homophobe, whatever the heck phobe that they want to call you. How the heck is that not divisive language? How dare somebody invalidate how you feel if you can't afford your bills? And if you have very uncomfortable living situations with a bunch of freaking illegal migrants everywhere, the city is failing to give you resources that you and your family need because they're giving it to other undocumented people, and new people are still coming in. How dare you invalidate people's feelings on this? This is what really ticks me off about the left and a lot of the people on the left is they don't care about nothing that you're saying. They want to go off about convicted felon, this, that, or third, abortion, this. as if you can't get abortions. A lot of these people live in freaking New York and California where they could get abortions up to the damn 9th month, and they sitting up here acting like they can't get abortions. They're acting like Roe v. Wade had a negative impact on them. It didn't. These people are liars. They're crazy. And I'm glad at least Charles Barkley is recognizing it, even though he's a dang fool and clown for voting for Kamala to begin with. At least he recognized the truth that Democrats suck. And maybe there's some hope for him in the future. You know, maybe if it's somebody else besides Trump, we'll see if he ever decides to vote Republican at least one, or I guess he said he voted for Republican once before in his long life. Maybe it'll be the second time, but if there was any time it should have been this time. Those are my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
Number one, they only show up every 4 years in our neighborhood and ask us to vote for them. They never do anything for us. And I think black people finally had enough.